Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, an article came out on BoxingScene.com, right? And it's right now as I'm shooting this video, it's Saturday the 26th, and Lomachenko Walters is tonight. So it's been officially a week since Kovalev Ward. This article that I'm reading to you guys right now, or I'm going to quote some of, was from yesterday, so it's Friday. So it hasn't even been a damn week. But we have Andre Ward purposely saying things, and I'm pretty sure he's going to follow through with them, doing things to avoid a Kovalev rematch. So I'll read you guys the quote. Here's what he said about potential rematch. Here's what he said. I quote, "I think a rematch is something that can definitely take place. I'm not going to negotiate right now. That's why you have a tremendous team. While I'm resting and recuperating and enjoying my family right now, my manager James Prince and my lawyer Josh Dubin and my team is already putting things in place. But one thing is that one thing that Kovalev's team has to understand is that negotiations are going to be different now. We're negotiating from a place of strength. I am the champion now, and he's the challenger now. If everybody can come to the table with that understanding, something can get done for sure." So let's dissect this. First of all, Andre Ward knows deep down, and he's not going to say it, but he knows deep down he didn't win that fight. Fighters know these things. He knows he didn't beat Kovalev. That's number one. Number two, what the hell does he mean when he says we're negotiating from a place of strength? Because if you look at the Kovalev Ward, like leading up to that fight, right? Ward was afforded a lot of luxuries. Like if he had been any other fighter, he would have been treated justly, and he would have had to go right in there with Kovalev. But he got preferential treatment, and he got a chance to take all these tune-ups. He got a chance to take a tune-up against Brand, a tune-up against Barrera, and pretty much, I'll be honest with you guys, with how bad the undercard was, and one of the fighters that is signed to his promotional banner being Maurice Hooker, Andre Ward pretty much wasted his whole HBO deal, honestly. And he lost the Kovalev fight. I don't care on you guys. You're not gonna convince me that he won that fight. He just didn't do enough. He didn't do enough to take the belt from the champion. So that being said, I get the point that, you know, he doesn't want to negotiate it right now. But you're gonna have to kind of start negotiating it like real soon, because there was a rematch clause in that contract. That's number one. There's a rematch clause in the contract. Number two, if Andre Ward decides to take an interim bout and go against the contract, his ass is going to be in court. Kathy Duva in main events, I'm sure, has no problems taking the dude to court. And I know Andre Ward has no problems being in court, because we saw how long he was in court against with his former promoter, you know, God bless his soul, Mr. Goosen, who's passed away. So honestly, I'm looking at this, right? I'm looking at you guys got to look at these things realistically, right? Andre Ward has a guy named James Prince who has a lot of power in boxing. Okay. Andre Ward in the past has had no problems going to court. Andre Ward knows that he didn't beat Kovalev. Andre Ward doesn't want a rematch because that was a ridiculously hard fight that he doesn't want to go through again. So, to avoid that and probably retire, he's either going to, one, go to court, drag it out, and just retire, or two, he will go against the contract and take interim bouts. And I could see him fighting a guy like, and I told my friend this, I told Rafael Calvo this, shout out to Raf, Rex Righteous. I told him, I said, look, if you look at the titles Ward won, I forget which belt it was, I'm pretty sure it was the IBF, but I know there's one sanctioning body where Shawnee Monahan, and you guys might not know Shawnee Monahan, but Shawnee Monahan is ranked ridiculously high in one of the sanctioning bodies. And if you guys remember, before the Kovalev Ward fight, when he was negotiating to fight a tune-up bout before that fight, one of the names that came up was Shawnee Monahan. If you guys remember correctly, Shawnee Monahan was the guy that Ward used as leverage to get Alexander Brand in the ring, because HBO and the Las Vegas, I'm not sure it was Vegas, but HBO wasn't happy with the Brand as an option. So he used Monahan, who has an entertaining TV-friendly style, who's fought on many cards in New York. He used him as an option to gain leverage to get Brand in the ring, and that's why they were able to only pay Brand $30,000. So I would expect, if Andre Ward is going to be in the ring again, I don't expect it to be against Kovalev, and I don't expect it to be against the likes of Adonis Stevenson. I expect it to be against the likes of like a Farah or a Shawnee Monahan, someone who's very tailor-made for his style, someone that he can bring to Oakland, get the judges, stack the whole deck against him. And it's going to be one of those type of opponents. But from the looks of it right now, from what we're gathering, from what we're seeing, it looks like Andre Ward ain't in no rush to fight Kovalev again, and that's a shame, because Kovalev gave him a chance. Kovalev is the one who put it on the line as the Russian fighter, you know, fighting not in Oakland, but still very close to California. You know, it was a very pro-Ward crowd. He put it all on the line. He went out there and he gave Ward a boxing lesson and didn't get treated. He didn't get treated as a champion from the judges. He didn't get treated as a champion from the ref, and he sure as hell didn't get treated as a champion in the damn purses. And it's a damn shame that Ward is doing this. So we'll see if he follows through with this. I personally feel that if he is going to give Kovalev a rematch, the deadline for that should be, you know, it has to be within the first 4 months of next year. If he waits this out and he doesn't fight Kovalev by at least April, if April goes by and he hasn't fought Kovalev, Ward has major character issues. I think he has a lot of character issues as it is, but he's a paper champion as it is right now, and he should not be respected by anybody, not even his own fan base, if he hasn't given Kovalev a rematch by at least April. So that's my opinion. That's the news. Kovalev, or Ward, is saying that Kovalev has to concede to his demands now, which he kind of already did to fight him because he's so hard to get in the ring. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. The article will be in the description. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dingus. So until next time, take care, guys.